Hi, this is Kia Mastagimi from Zephyr Technologies. Thanks for looking at our website. I'd like to tell you a little bit about our company and what we're doing that's so unique and exciting. Well, as of January 1st, 2023, we have merged from being a manufacturer's representative in Mexico to being a fully franchised distributor in Mexico. We focus on Mexico because it's the largest DTAM in America. It's currently running around 2.1 billion, depending on who you ask. One of the reasons we have gone into the distribution world is because I personally saw a big gap in what's happening in our industry. When I started in the business, there were a ton of regional distributors and local distributors who were really considered as the extension of the sales team of a manufacturer. And these guys were expert in their products. They knew their products inside out. They didn't have conflicting lines. Their salespeople were super focused on a customer. When they had inventory, that inventory was really pipelined for that particular customer. And so they were doing great, and they did a great job for the manufacturers and the customers. They served everybody well. Not to mention, they were part of the community, the local community where they served. That's changed. As manufacturing has left the U.S., it's been really difficult for these regional distributors to stay afloat because they can no longer have the resources to be globally positioned to go off against these big distributors. And so little by little, attrition, they went away. The outliers that were really unique and did well, they get purchased by the big distributors. So the competition has been reduced to just a handful of companies. So that's where we come in. What we are trying to do is bring back the concept of regional distribution, where we can give really a focused effort on our manufacturers and our customers. We do things very uniquely and very differently. So because we're based in Mexico, first of all, and just because we're a regional distributor, don't think of it as we can no longer compete with the large guys. On the contrary, because we don't have all these fancy VPs with these huge salaries in the US, we can be pretty lean and mean. And we can also have a nice inventory buildup for our specific focus customers. Again, our salespeople anywhere between 3 to 5 lines per outside salesperson versus the big guys who have anywhere between 40 to 80. In our charter, we don't compete with your line more than 20% of a leading line versus the large guys. Again, they have unlimited number of lines, and on a particular AVL where you have multiple vendors approved and you're trying to go after that business, they actually become another barrier of entry because they become your customer, because now they're carrying 4 or 5 other lines and they're telling you, well, you need to hit this price, not so much because of what customers saying, but because what I'm saying, because I have a better price from another guy. So it gets really complicated having a distributor like that. And you really go back and look and say, all right, so what's the value I'm getting from them? Of course, you still need those big guys for that global position. But when you come to look at the regional aspect of it, having just focus on Mexico, what do we do that's different? Well, we have our concept of Beyond FAE. We focus on design and demand creation, whether it's the local Mexican brands and customers that do the designs, or the multinational ones that have specific design locations within Mexico. Some other areas that we're very unique at is we actually have our own Padrón de Importador, which is an import license in Mexico. The other distributors, they can only place it out by the border on the U.S. side, and the customer has to be in charge of importing their own products and handling the logistics. Sometimes that can be expensive if you're not moving a ton of products. So we can invoice locally. We can invoice in pesos, in U.S. dollars. We can drop ship from Asia, from the U.S., or we can ship from Mexico. So a lot of unique features considering a small distributor with a sophisticated system and a sophisticated staff that's been working in this market for many years. And then we also service the EMS customers, whether it's in Guadalajara or the border or elsewhere, by having that focused inventory and that focused emphasis. Just because we're small, though, doesn't mean we don't have sophisticated systems. We have a very sophisticated ERP. We have a global network. We have offices throughout Latin America and Asia to give that global support that you need from us. Whether it's EDI, POS reports, and we go a little bit beyond and give you even more reports and activities that distributors don't do. We have a rep program. If you're a manufacturer's representative, we work well with you because we work on developing projects from the ground level and then following it to make sure it's continually to go by. We come from a rep background, so we're really focused on looking at things at a project level rather than just looking at a part number as if it's in some space. And if you're a customer then you can see that the kind of support that you're getting from your large distributors. Maybe you're looking to get a better attention. Maybe you're looking to get better pricing, or having us hold some inventory for you, even though maybe the parts look like they're in CNR, but you know the project is coming. Those little things that when you look at it in a computer system, you say, oh, this doesn't make sense. But when you talk to a human being, you say, hey, this is insane what you guys are doing. Let's actually work on putting this program together for you and making you successful and giving you that local attention. If any of this is resonating with you, or if you'd like to get more information, please contact us and we'd be more than happy to engage and see what we can do together. Thanks so much for your time again, and have a great one.